Welcome to TrippNT. Here we are at the Brunei studio, and I'm going to be going over how to photograph our basic white products for Fab. So first we're going to go over the equipment. We have here a single Neewer C300. We do have another one here, but it is unnecessary for anything that's not a dark product. So what you're going to do here, you'll see a couple of controls. First, turn it on. You'll hear that green light. That's when it's ready. And we're going to make sure we have it on preference instead of slave mode, because we really want to make sure that it responds to a flash. There's a sensor here, which is right here. This tells when the flash of your camera goes off. This will then send off the bright flash. That's how it works. Here's the dial to control the brightness. I typically like it in that first quarter there. So next we move on. You have 3 lights, 2 of which are with this intense LED bulb, and then the other one is set up with on the back, you've got 4 light bulbs set, and you can do it to different degrees of lightness. And this is our lower light. The reason why you have this many lights is you want to remove as much shadow as possible from the product and ensure that it is uniformly lit. So you're going to have a flash that comes from over there, and you're going to have these bright lights making sure that there's no shadow on the left side. So that's why the 2 brighter lights are on the left and your medium light is here. This is to make sure that there's no shadow. So the next step is you're going to turn off the lights. This is so that the camera can sense, well, when the flash goes off, it'll work. Here we have a PVC pedestal that was created just for the purpose. You see there's screws on the sides there. You can turn this vertical or horizontal depending on what you need. As we're going to need several top shots here, I am doing it horizontal. Next we have our camera. You can choose to wear this around your neck with the strap, or you can use the tripod depending on what you're doing. We're going to use the tripod for now. Make sure that you release the cover of the lens. Never touch the lens, as I'm sure you know. And if you do, there is a full cleaning kit inside the case, which lives on top of that cart there. Now the cart moves, so just look for that cart. I place this in my pocket to make sure I have it, because when it's not in use, you want to put that right back on. So the next step is make sure that you are in manual mode, which is the M right at the top, and that your camera is turned on. Last step here, make sure that you have the flash on. It will pop up from the side. So you're going to look through the view here, and you're going to make sure, let's see if this will work. Well, that's not going to work well with what we're doing, so I'm just going to put this to the side. We're doing a 3/4 angle, so you can use this handle here. I need to bump it down a little bit. It's a little tight. Loosen here. Tweak ever so slightly up, and tighten again. So now that you have your camera set up at the correct angle, you're going to click the flash button, and you can see here, everything is white. Let's go back to the menu button here. Everything is white, but you can still clearly see the outline of the product. If it looks like a total white page, that means that your flasher is too bright. You either need to point it towards the ground or lower the intensity using that dial, or both. You can move it farther away and you can angle it down. That tends to make it work a lot better. It's a bit trial by error, so always start with one product, verify this is correct before going forward. So we've done our first angle, which is the 3/4 view, which when you're looking at it, it's this view right here. Isometric, facing to the right. Next, you're going to do straight on. Since I know that the camera is set up correctly, I do not have to make sure that the angle is correct. I can just click. What's happening when it does this is it tends to mean it's having difficulty focusing. What you need to do is get an object that is colorful. One thing I like to do, and one thing we didn't go over, before you photograph your product, ensure that it's clean. There is Windex and a microfiber cloth. This will act as your anchor to your image. It needs to be dark and colorful. This ensures that the camera can correctly gauge and adjust the brightness settings and color settings to get you an accurate photo. So let's try this again and see if it can do it. See, there it did. It took the photo, the flash went off. We're gonna try one more time. No trouble. Then you look at the image down here. You can see it bold, clear as day. So the next step we're gonna do is the side angle. Again, come over here. Done. Check down below, it's correct. Now the last one, you're going to have to take the camera off. So you release the lever here, all the way, and it should just come right out. So what the last shot is it's the top down of the required shots. We are gonna do two more photographs here. Excuse me, so I'm just gonna hold the camera straight down and do a shot. I'll show you here in a moment. So I've taken that top-down shot and gotten the camera back on its pedestal, on the tripod here. And you can see I've taken a few. What you're looking for is it to be equally, so you see how there's some warpage, some fishbowling happening on this. This doesn't look perfectly square. It's pinching down in the corner here. That's not gonna work. That one's better, and that one's the best. But you still see that it looks whiter at the top. This might be the one I end up using. We'll see. You can fix this in Photoshop, and if you watch the photo editing video that will be linked below, you'll be able to see how I fix this in the editing portion of that. Okay, so now we've done the first four, which is the first image you have is your isometric 3/4 view. Second is the front, third is the side, 4 is the top. Number 5 is in use. Now what that means is you're showing the product as it would be. Here's the marketing cabinet. This is where all of your props will live. We're going to show how this product is typically used. Now most of our prop supplies are for phlebotomists, and that just has to do with whose TrippNT customers are. We're always looking for more dental work. Dentists use these a lot. Be ready. So here are the caps for blood work. Can show different things. You're just going to go through and grab. Fit. This is to give our customers an idea of scale. Show them that, yes, a full pack of gauze does fit in this. Now this covers up, this sticks a little too far out. I'm not going to use this one for this particular product. And I've decided I want a little more color in this. I'm going to use these test tubes. I try to make sure I use all of the same color, make sure they're all facing the same direction. Pardon me for doing this one-handed. Because you want this to be accurate for what they would look like, and you want people to want to use these. Now these are too short. These are a different size. Nurses would never mix that because it would be too confusing. So here we are. I can put this back into the cabinet for the photos. And here are different things. There's a scale in here for you to weigh products in case you need to get an accurate weight, and a bunch of other things in here. So we're still gonna leave our Windex bottle, off-brand Windex, in the shot because we're going to edit around it later. We're gonna get that back at the 3/4 isometric view. Then we're gonna check in our viewfinder here. Yep, it's still accurate, and click. There you go, looks good. But I think it could be a little more angled. So we're gonna do that. That's better. And then we'll do one shot that is straight on again on top, and I'll show that in a moment. So there you see I have that top-down view with all of the products in it. So this is a top shot of the product in use. So that's how that's gonna work. All right. And that's how you do the photography part. If you watch the next video, it will be teaching you how to edit this All right, take care. Bye.